moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, today's meeting of the Monongalia County Commission is hereby called to order. Let the record reflect that all three commissioners are present. First item on the agenda, consent and approval with our county administrator, Renetta McClure. Good morning.
Good morning. We have 8 exonerations for $5,038.30, minutes for the February 24th meeting, and the Board of Review and Equalization for February 18th of 2021. Vouchers, General County Fund, $170,575.38. Coal Severance, $1,185.51. Chestnut Ridge Park, $295.57. Camp Muffley, $13,142.78. Purchasing card vouchers, General County Fund, $1,094.69, for a voucher total of $186,293.93. Position vacancies for boards and authorities, those will be posted on our website, and fiduciary orders for March 3rd, 2021, and then we have 2 other items. Any separate motions?
Motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Okay, we also have an itemization of statement of services for George Armstead, fiduciary commissioner.
Okay, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second to approve.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
And then the last is an objection to creditor claims in the estate of Chadwick Chapman.
Okay, what is the commission's desire?
To refer to a fiduciary commissioner to hear the matter.
Okay.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We'll refer to a fiduciary commissioner.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other items in the consent agenda?
Nope.
Okay. Introduction of new employees, personnel changes. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Stephanie Penley, and on behalf of County Clerk Carrie Blaney, it's my pleasure to present the County Commission the following new employees in the County Clerk's office. This is Robin Enoff and Janet McKinney. Both have been hired as full-time, non-exempt employees, and their start date was March 1st, 2021.
Okay. Motion?
Move for approval.
Have a second?
Second.
One discussion item. Are these replacements or for vacancies?
Yes.
To fill vacancies?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome aboard.
Okay. Do we have any other new employees, personnel changes? Okay. Move on to the next item. Comments from the public. I'll now open the meeting for public comment. Any member of the public wishing to be heard must raise their hand, come forward, provide his or her name and address for the record. Do we have anybody that would like to speak in the public comment session? Come on forward.
All right. I'm excited. Somebody.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Emma Lyles. I'm a student from West Virginia University, and I'm in the media department, and I'm currently writing a paper on this meeting. And I saw that you guys were later going to talk about the vaccine, and I just have a couple questions about that.
Okay.
So, did any of you guys face any challenges during the distribution of the vaccine?
Okay, this is a public comment session, so you can go ahead and speak. If you'd like to talk to us individually or together, you can also talk to us after the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just not allowed to respond.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
But ask
come
your
in-
questions.
People come in and have comments and stuff
Yeah.
like that, that's fine. But if you'd like to talk to us, we can certainly talk as soon as the meeting's over.
Okay. I'll talk to you guys after then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For coming.
Okay, do we have anybody else here from the public that would like to speak? Okay, Now close the public comment section. Coinka and grants? We have none? Okay. Correspondence?
I have none.
We have none? Okay. Unfinished business, there's none. New business. To consider for approval requisition number 44 for the University Town Center Series 2017 Administrative Expense Fund.
Requisition is for $2,436.25, and those funds will be paid to Municap for their services to the district.
Okay.
So moved.
Seconded.
First and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Okay, second item is to consider and act upon a proposed resolution regarding the setting of a public hearing date with respect to the proposed creation of a tax increment financing district in Monongalia County to be designated the County Commission of Monongalia County Development District Number 5, Harmony Grove, and the Harmony Grove TIF District. The adoption of a project plan to be designated as Project Plan Number 1, and approving the form of a public meeting notice to be published in connection with the same matters relating thereto. Okay, do we have Tom Amon here? You want to talk about? Sure. Want to describe what we're doing here?
Good morning.
Morning.
Try not to get my glasses too fogged up. Tom Amon with Steptoe and Johnson. Some people like me to put the name on the record and get all that straight. Tom Amon of Steptoe and Johnson, bond counsel to the County Commission for these particular projects. And also, of course, Glenn Adrian, the developer with NRoute for Morgantown Industrial Park, is also here. So finally, we're here with, this is what we've been talking about for several months. Been working with Glenn on putting the application together and really getting the details really lined up, trying to on the front end of this. Rather than sometimes when we get to the bonds and then trying to sort all these things out, really doing a lot of upfront work with this. But with Harmony Grove, of course, we have one major potential tenant coming into the park. This involves, in this initial proposal or in this project plan, of course, a new interchange to Interstate 79 at Harmony Grove. The build-out of additional infrastructure. This is basically another phase of the industrial park that's currently there, except obviously we're well into the life of that district, so we feel like it's more advantageous to start a separate district to encompass all these additional costs rather than amending the boundaries of the existing district. This will give us a lot more life, the full 30 years to amortize bonds and get things, generate more increment and get costs repaid. So we've got the interchange, we've got additional infrastructure build out, your typical utilities, the road network to connect to the new interchange and then through the remainder of the park, working with MUB as we've brought you guys up to date in various parts of that through this process, and water and sewer utility extensions that are estimated to cost about $8 million. That would be covered by the TIF. Also, an interchange collaboration agreement, which we spent many weeks negotiating with DOT, that provides for the mechanism for them to cover the cost of building the interchange, then placing a bond with them that as the park builds out, payments to them through that bond would get them reimbursed for their cost of building the interchange. Also talking to local financing sources, bank or banks, to cover the other portions of the project, and that's moving along very nicely. So at this stage where we are is this is an initial resolution. This is the front end of the actual process. fortunately, we've got a lot of the work done, a lot of the due diligence that's gone up and led to this point. This would create a public hearing before the commission. There are requirements in the code that we have to actually send a copy of the notice of public hearing and a copy of the project plan to the Board of Ed, in this case, in the State Development Office, and then they have, we can't publish a legal ad until a 30-day period has passed in providing that notice. So we're planning to put the project plan of record with the commission probably tomorrow, and then send those notices out, start that 30-day period, and then that would ultimately lead to a public hearing that would be held, I think April 21 is what we're setting, at 10 a.m. And the resolution would also approve the publication of the notice of public hearing, and approves the form of that, which is attached to the resolution. We're asking for not to exceed $100 million in bonds to finance basically this phase and future phases of the build-out for Harmony Grove. We won't need all of that, obviously, initially. Then we'd come back, we'll handle the publications. We'd come back on the 21st, hold the public hearing, accept any comments or input, and then you all would make a decision at that point whether to submit the plan to the development office, and then they would have 60 days from there to either ask for more information or approve it. So that's... Glenn, do you have anything else you'd like to add with respect to that?
Good morning, Commissioners. Glenn Adrian, co-owner of NREL Properties, the owner of the Morgantown Industrial Park. I think Tom summarized, this has obviously been a long, arduous process, but we are very close at this point in time. I mean, this is a very important step for us in the establishment of the TIF, and so this particular resolution basically is going to start the process for what we're it's basically you're almost building a new park, because the amount of utilities that have to be extended, from the power to the water, sanitary, fiber, roads, things of that nature. It's substantial, and obviously a lot of this is connected with what we're hoping to be announced very soon, the new manufacturing project that will be located within the park. In conjunction with that, obviously, I think even more critical importance is the interchange, which I will tell you continues to undergo its what they call their IJR justification studies, along with their NEPA, which is all the environmental studies that go along with it. They're well into that process. In fact, every other Thursday, tomorrow, the engineers, the West Virginia Department of Highways and Federal Highway Administration does in fact get together and is provided with updates. And a part of that is obviously the traffic studies that have to be done. But all that is progressing quite well. Knock on wood, so far there hasn't been any unforeseen hiccups in that process, anything that's reared its head that could be a potential problem. So, obviously between the interchange and the expansion of the park, this is going to be quite a significant economic, I think, development in regards to this, again, continuing to grow North Central West Virginia.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions, or you want to regard to that?
I neglected to ask the motion before.
Well, that's all right.
We discussed it, though.
Move for approval.
You have a second?
Enthusiastically second.
Okay, the motion to approve this resolution as presented. We have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, any further discussion points? Okay. Motion passes. Next, we have to consider and act upon a proposed resolution regarding the setting of a public hearing date with respect to the proposed amendment of Project Plan Number 1 for the Tax Increment Financing District in Monongalia County, designated Monongalia County Redevelopment District Number 2, Morgantown Industrial Park. and approving the removal of certain parcels of land from Morgantown Industrial Park TIF District, and approving the form of a public hearing notice to be published in connection with the same and matters relating thereto. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move for approval.
Okay, we have a second?
Second.
Okay, in discussion, Tom, would you like to come up and just clarify the changes with the project plan?
Happy to do that. Thank you. So this is the existing district. We've already have bonds outstanding, and they're well into the build-out. What we're asking for here is an extension of the life of the district. When it was originally created, it was only created as a 25-year district. Now wanting to extend that out to what's permitted under the law, which is 98% of the other districts I'm aware of are 30-year districts. This would extend it out to the full 30-year term. It would remove a couple of parcels that are in the existing district that are not currently developed, have no development on them. And then as a part of the new application, those parcels would be included in the new district, and therefore the development that would occur would get the benefit of the full 30 years life of that district going forward from present instead of when we started back in 2006-07. We'd also, one of the things here, we're pursuing some changes in the law in the legislative session right now that would potentially allow TIF districts to have a longer life due to the effects of COVID that has impacted negatively a lot of growth and development around the state, and these TIF districts in particular. I don't think Glenn has really seen any, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen any negative situations at the industrial park, but this would have applications statewide and help a lot of others. And so if that were to occur, then that would give us an opportunity to increase the amount of bonds that's on the existing industrial park and lessen the initial reliance on the new park and allow a greater repayment impact to DOT, Department of Transportation, and giving them more confidence in the repayment of their bonds and really just help this project continue to move along. So with that, asking for an increase in the bonding capacity in the existing district to $40 million. And with where we are right now, I think we have a $20 million approval, and we're proposing to issue bonds that would be at 14, but if this legislation can get passed, we could potentially increase that. So those are the changes there.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Okay.
As always, very
Thanks for the
succinct.
clarification. I appreciated that.
Okay, any other further discussion? Okay, we have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, resolution passes. Okay, do we have any other business?
No.
Okay. All right, reports from elected officials and/or department supervisors? Do you have anybody that wants to report? Okay. Reports from county commissioners. Tom?
Sure, two quick things. First, Emma, I appreciate you coming before us. Anything that we can do to promote more vaccines to get here, to get the public to understand more about the need for the vaccines, I'm sure afterwards the three of us will be more than willing to help you with anything that you need on the information. So I appreciate that. The second thing I just want to say, it hasn't officially been announced where it was a grand opening of Menards, but my wife and I went there, and I want to tell you, you could put a track inside there. 207,000 square feet. It is just a great facility. I want to welcome them to Mon County. I look forward to if and when we have an announcement to, for a grand opening. And I also will say the view is still spectacular. It's just really something that I look forward to. Oh, and I did learn yesterday, Dunkin Donuts opened up. I know a lot of people were worried about that, but Dunkin Donuts did open up, so we can add that to Dunkin Donuts and Menards. Thank you.
Jeff?
Just a quick update on the pool project at Camp Muffley. I visited last week. The demolition has begun. The concrete's being stripped off. It's a big pile of it in the driveway there, and they're so far on schedule, and we're moving along with that. Look forward to hopefully getting in there sometime this year, and it's going to be good. But that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Since the last meeting, my meeting schedule last Thursday, I had a call with Westridge and the Gateway developers, basically regarding exit 155 and the status, because we've got some development in the Gateway area that is kind of on hold pending, when they're going to actually make a decision on the final alignment of exit 155. So we really needed to have some resolution on that. So we'll be talking about that more probably on Friday. Friday we had our broadband RFP pre-bid meeting. Thanks to all the county staff and all the participants in the broadband initiative. I was frankly surprised. We only had a couple questions, and they were mainly formality questions, because that was probably the most complex RFP I've ever had to write. I don't know whether we did a good job or we did such a bad job that we'll find out whenever we get the responses. But we had I believe almost 20, Colleen, about 20 entities interested in the project from all over the country. We have a lot of local interest, and we also have statewide interest and national interest. So really excited whenever we get those responses back on the 17th of March. This week, Monday, I had a JUMA meeting. Tuesday, I had a JUMA meeting, the Joint Use Management Agreement. That's the group that manages the Aquatic and Track Center. And then we had the Development Authority had a marathon meeting regarding the I-68 Industrial Park. Starting to talk to engineers about and ferret out the development of that park and what it's going to look like. So hopefully more good stuff to come. This morning we had our call with Greene County, and today's a regular day, whatever regular is. Tomorrow I have a MAP Executive Committee meeting, and I'm going to go, even though I've went on it before, I'm going to go on the Sobering Center tour. Ben, I hope you've signed up for one of those so you get a chance to actually see the center. I know Emily had provided an opportunity for 2 different groups to go up and tour the facility, so any media, please take an opportunity to go see it. Friday we have staff reports, and then we'll have a follow-up on the exit 155. In general, I want to thank you, Glenn, and you and Tom for all your work on really excited about starting to see pen to paper and actually progress working towards the new TIF district, the interchange, and hopefully the announcement sometime soon about the opportunities that we're bringing to the industrial park. And thank you, Emma. Don't want to put you on the spot, but we're always here. You can talk to us anytime, and we'll all make ourselves available to talk to you after the meeting. I see our 911 director, Jimmy Smith, walked in. He's also back there in the blue. He's our 911 director. He may also have a lot of good input regarding whatever questions you want to ask. So thank you. Don't want to scare people away. We want people to come and participate in our meetings. It's just a formality. So absent that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
You have a second? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.